So if you made it through this setup, you're probably ready to start the self-help kit. If you find a self-help kit, you go continue learning, and this will take you to your getting started setup. We're going to find the data, open QGIS, and load the first data layer into the project. We'll also check to make sure we have the correct plugin installed. So if you haven't already done so, you need to make this quick access link to your project data. So to find the project, you'll go this PC, C drive, users, public documents, Flow2D Pro documentation, example projects, and your project should be right here. You probably won't see these other projects because those are different training classes. And don't forget to create a quick access either by dragging and dropping this into your quick access or just by pinning it, right-clicking it and pinning it to the quick access. Then you're ready to open QGIS, and the easiest way to do that is to open it from here. Just click in type to search and put in QGIS, and it should be the one that you want to use would be 3.22.9 or higher. This is 3.28.14, and if you're working with the Flood Control District of Maricopa County, they want you to use 3.28.11 as of March of 2024. Once this loads, we'll check to make sure you have the correct plugin. So this is the Flow2D plugin that we want to use for this training class. If you have the old plugin, you should probably update it now. And that's pretty simple. You open the plugin manager, switch to install from zip, click the 3 buttons to load the file, and your plugin will be back in the self-help tutorials. Go back 2 layers to Flow2D Pro documentation, QGIS plugins, and you'll want to load this one and then just click open. Once you install it, go to installed, and you'll probably want to check it and then uncheck it so that QGIS can reinitialize it. Then you can close it and you can start to work through the rest of the class. The self-help kit has 6 lessons full of data, and in the first lesson we need the project domain. It's a shapefile that represents the area that we want to model. But if you can't tell which one to load because you can't see your extensions, you can either look here under type, or you can go to the view menu and you can make sure that file extensions are checked on. Pick up the domain shapefile and drag it and drop it onto the map. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to load your project and center you on the polygon that we'll use, and it's going to set the coordinate system. This is the project coordinate system. It is right here. N8D 83 Arizona Central in feet. If you all work a lot in Arizona, you probably want to use this one 2868, but the self-help kit is done in the older coordinate system. And I believe that's it for this video. Let me just double check and make sure I did everything. Oh, no, it's not. Let me see. One more thing. That's fine. The final step of this video will be to set up the project. So we are going to click Flow2D Project, New Project, and we're going to create a geopackage in our self-help tutorials, and we want to put it right here. Let's just call it self-help or self-help project, whatever you want to call it. Click Save, and now it is going to be building the geopackage. You'll need to set it to the correct coordinate system. Be sure to click it, click OK, and now it's loading the layers to build your project. Once it's finished loading these layers, we will save, well, I guess we can save it. We'll save it to show you that process, and then I think it'll be time for the next video. Okay, it's loaded all our data, but first I want to add my instructor or my information to this project. So that way, if somebody needs some help with this project somewhere down the road, they can track me through this. And I don't need to worry about this number or this number because this number will come from the computational domain, and this number will be replaced with spatially variable n values from a shapefile that we have. And this says that it wants to save the data, and it wants to save this to the geopackage. So this is a new thing about QGIS version 1, or I'm sorry, Flow2D plugin version 1, is that it saves the data to the geopackage. That way you don't have to track the data, or you don't have to move the data together. It stays right inside the project. So I'm going to click yes on this, but as this project gets larger or I start adding results to it, I may start clicking no. So for here I'll click yes. And as you can see, that project was moved to a group called external layers, and that's perfectly fine. And it's so funny because it does the save and then it moves the layer, so then you have to click save again. Now I can stop the video so we can move on to create a grid.